Welcome to students. In this lesson we will discuss pair of angles. Pair of angles. Now let us make one ray, suppose OA. This is initial point O. This is ray OA. Then you make another two rays starting with O. Say these two are another rays starting with O. So let us denote this, say C, and this is B. So you got three rays, OA, OB and OC. These three rays are starting with initial point O. Now you see a pair of angles are formed here. This angle and another is this angle. Right? Now we call this pair as adjacent angle. Adjacent angles. Adjacent angles, how will you got adjacent angles? When you start three rays with same initial point, vertex is same, then a pair of angles are formed on either side of the common ray. These angles are called adjacent angles. So to form adjacent angles, you need three rays, one common ray and non-common rays. Non-common rays are on either side of the common ray. The vertex is same. Vertex is common. Two angles have common vertex. Now you see angle COB. COB and angle BOA are adjacent. Adjacent angles. Right? They have common ray OB. OB is the common ray. Uncommon rays, non-common rays are OA and OC. They are on either side of the common ray. Right? So adjacent angle, a pair of adjacent angles have a common ray and non-common rays are on either side of the common ray. There is a common vertex. Right? So a pair of angles are said to be adjacent if they are formed by three rays and the rays are starting with the same vertex, initial point same vertex, and non-common rays are on either side of the common ray. You see one non-common ray OA, or non-common rays are OA and OC. They are, one is this side and another is this side, right? So these are called adjacent angles. Now you can form a pair of adjacent angles like this. Suppose this is ray OA. Now you form one angle like this. This is suppose B. Then you extend this ray OA to the opposite direction. Say this is C. That means you got a straight line, this COA, this is straight line. That means this is 180 degree. That means this angle plus this angle, sum of these two angles is 180 degree, and it's a pair of adjacent angles. Then we call it's a linear pair. Angle COB and angle BOA are linear pair. So a pair of adjacent angles are said to be linear pair if their sum is 180 degree. Angle COB plus angle BOA equal to 180 degree. It's a pair of adjacent angles. Like the common ray is OB, vertex is O, and we find that their sum is 180 degree. So we call that this pair is linear pair. So linear pair of adjacent angles, linear pair. Next we talk about uh, complementary angles. Complementary angles. Now let us make one angle, say this is OA. Now let us make a 90-degree angle here. So this is 90-degree angle, right? This is suppose C. Now let us make one common ray starting with O. So this is B. Now you got a pair of adjacent angles. One is this and another is this, and you find that sum of these two angles is 90-degree. Angle COB plus angle BOA equal to 90-degree. And this pair of angles are called complementary angles. So if sum of two angles is 90-degree, then they are said to be complementary angles. Now we individually find the measurement. This is 45-degree. So this angle is 45-degree, and this angle, second angle, we measure this. This is also 45-degree. This angle is also 45-degree. That means 45 plus 45, 90-degree. They are complementary angles. So if I let you find what is the complementary angle of 60-degree, suppose OA, you let us make a 60-degree angle here. 60-degree angle, it is here. So this is 60-degree angle. Now let us make a complementary angle of this. Suppose this is BOA. Angle BOA equal to 60-degree. So what is the complementary angle of BOA? 60-degree. Now to make a complementary angle, we have to find one more angle which is 30-degree, because 90-degree minus 60-degree equal to 30-degree. Two angles are said to be complement to each other if sum of their measurement is 90-degree. So we got one angle is 60-degree, then we want to make another angle. This angle we have to make 30-degree. So 30-degree is here. So this angle, so this is D, this is 30-degree. Therefore complementary angle of 60-degree is 30-degree. Angle BOA and angle DOB are complement to each other. Right? So what is the complementary angle of, say, 89-degree? What is the complementary angle of 89-degree? 1 degree. Therefore 89 plus 1 is 90-degree, right? Similarly, complementary angle of, say, 35-degree. What is the complementary angle of 35-degree? You find 90 minus 35 equal to 55, right? 55-degree and 35-degree are complement to each other. So what is the complementary angle of 50-degree? 40-degree. 50 plus 40 equal to 90-degree. So complementary angle of 50-degree is 40-degree, or complementary angle of 40-degree is 50-degree. Now let us talk about another pair of angles. Say this is OA. You make opposite ray of OA. You extend this to infinity on the other side. Now let us denote this B. Now angle BOA equal to 180 degree. Now let us make a common ray with the same vertex O. Say this is C. Now you see this angle plus this angle. Sum of these two angles is 180 degree, right? Angle COA plus angle BOC equal to 180 degree. Now this pair is called supplementary angles. Supplementary angles, right? So what is supplementary angles? A pair of angles are said to be supplement to each other if their sum of their measurement is 180 degree. So supplementary angle of COA is BOC, or supplementary angle of BOC is angle COA. So if I ask you what is the supplementary angle of 70 degree, right? 110 degree. 110 plus 70 is 180. So supplementary angle of 70 degree is 110 degree, or conversely you can say supplementary angle of 110 degrees 70 degree. So what is the supplementary angle of 90 degree? 90 degree. 90 plus 90, 180. Supplementary angle of 190 degrees 180 degree. Or supplementary angle of, what is the supplementary angle of 180 degree? 0 degree. 180 plus 0 is 180. So supplementary angle of 180 degree is 0 degree, or supplementary angle of 0 degree is 180 degree. Right? Thank you for watching. We will discuss some exercise on pair of angles in the next class.